Talofa lava and welcome to the fourth module of the Pacific Environment Data Portal Learning Package. This module will give you useful tips for good data management on the Environment Data Portal. In the previous module, you learned that the Environment Data Portal not only houses datasets, but it can also be a practical tool to generate compelling stories that relate to datasets and the environment, and you can also share them with your own audiences. The sole objective of this module is for you to familiarize yourself with a few good data management tips on the portal. After all, as we will see, consistency and good maintenance of the portal for data storage will make it a lot easier for everyone to access and share data. Now, every national data portal has a site manager. A good practice is that those who are assigned as site managers should conduct either a weekly or a monthly data portal cleaning. This is to ensure that the new datasets are without spelling mistakes or errors, also to ensure that the same dataset is not uploaded twice on the portal. For content creators or those who are assigned with the role of uploading datasets, you must ensure to emphasize the use of good practices when adding new content on the portal. Good practices also includes the grouping of strongly related resources in one dataset, especially if they are from the same data source. Group different resources under one dataset when relevant. Be aware of not grouping too much, avoiding long lists. Only group resources when they are strongly related, that is, from the same data source. A good example of grouping different resources could be 3 State of Environment reports for the same country but from different years can be grouped under the dataset SOE reports. This dataset will contain all 3 reports as resources. A poor example of grouping would be to include both inshore and offshore fisheries in the same dataset. This would make the dataset too broad, making locating resources difficult. A good title for your dataset, resource, or even a story on the portal is a description that is not too short, not too long, and that contains the most relevant information. The title alone should be able to guide users if they need the dataset or not. It is also good practice on the portal to add more details into the description field. Tags or keywords are crucial. Take the time to think of good tags or keywords so other users can find your datasets easily. Tags should be simple and short. For example, you can add the word rainfall in the tag field when uploading datasets related to rainfall analysis or rainfall patterns. Users can easily access your dataset when tagging with the right keyword. A similar practice when searching for a particular piece of information on an online library. Tags or keywords are used to locate and filter down your search for data and information that you or someone outside are particularly after. Similar to tags, additional metadata are also crucial. Metadata are the fields with pieces of information such as name of author for the dataset, contact email, language used in the dataset. It is not mandatory during the upload process, but it is good practice to take the time to add additional data about the dataset so that other users or the public will know who can be contacted when the dataset was collected, what to be aware of when using the dataset, etc. When you upload the same file or resource, but in a different format, both files need to have the exact same name and need to be in the same dataset. Example: when you upload a GIS file as a shapefile and a Geojson file, put them both in the same dataset and use the same file name. Same file but different versions. When you get a file from someone, example, someone sends you an Excel file with water monitoring results, and you want to change something to that file, what is the first thing you do? You make a copy of the file, keeping the same name and adding a version and date to the name in the end. When you upload the same file, resource, but a different version, both files need to have the exact same name with the date or version at the end of the name. In this case, the files also need to be in the same dataset. The format of your data makes a big difference to how it can be viewed and used. Some data formats are machine readable, allowing the data portal to process the files so they are easier to find and can be published as graphs and charts. You can make your data machine readable by uploading it in the CSV format. Most data crunching software allows you to simply go File, then Save As, and choose the CSV format. Each CSV file is like a single sheet in a spreadsheet document, so you may need more than one CSV file to hold all your data. Geographical Information System files comes in a lot of different formats. To name just a few, Shapefile, Geojson File, Google Earth File, raster files. GeoJSON is a common format used for spatial datasets and can be generated using GIS software such as QGIS and ArcGIS. DCAN is capable of reading GeoJSON files in order to present spatial datasets directly onto a map. Creating a map on the fly within the DCAN software of the portal is only possible with GeoJSON files. It will not work with other formats like shapefiles. Uploading GIS files. When uploading a GeoJSON file, ensure that GeoJSON is selected in the format field when providing the resource. Uploading a shapefile. Since a shapefile consists of several different files, the best way to upload is by first zipping the shapefile. In summary, today you learned data management good practices, including avoiding double data entries, considering grouping your data resources, using meaningful titles, tagging is crucial, and so is metadata, and to be careful using same files with a different format or a different version.